Oh, and I also wore like bright, like high vis neon yellow cycling socks, so that way people could see my feet, but I'll probably end up taking them off. So yeah, so find your seat wherever you're at. You can even lie down if you want. But just coming as you are, whether it's wet hair or if we're in our pajamas or wherever it might be, in the living room, the kitchen, just finding ourselves here in the space. And maybe rolling shoulders back if you want to sit up tall. You can tuck the chin to the chest. And just settle into the breath, breathing in through the nose. And if it's comfortable, you can breathe out through the nose or you can breathe out through the mouth. Just meeting yourself right where you are. And not wanting anything to be different, just being here right now. And our practice today is going to center around, like we were talking about, side plank or Vasisthasana. And Vasisthasana is named after the Rishi Vasistha, who was the son of Lord Brahma. And Lord Brahman actually just created Vasistha out of his thoughts. So he just willed him into being. But when he did that, he also willed him into being with ignorance of his divine nature. So Lord Brahma creates Vasistha with ignorance. And he did this hoping that Vasistha would serve as an example for all of humanity. Because what Vasistha did was he went through life and he began to see the suffering and the limitations of being on the physical plane. And so just as Lord Brahma had hoped, Vasistha went back to Lord Brahma and asked him, why is this suffering? Why is this all around us? And Lord Brahma replied to Vasistha, and he said to him, you are not the body and the mind. You are infinite. You are not bound. Your true nature is limitless. Thou art that. I'm going to say it one more time because it's just so beautiful. You are not the body and mind. You are infinite. You are not bound. Your true nature is limitless. Thou art that. And so Vasistha then went on to begin what we know as Jnana Yoga. And that is the yoga of knowledge. And just as Lord Brahma had desired, he was this little template for all of humanity. Because just like Vasistha, we have forgotten our true nature as spirit, which is the cause of all suffering and all disease. And so yoga is here to help us remember, to help us peel back those layers of ignorance, of attachment, and be in our true nature. And so as we move through our side planks today, we're just going to use the words of Lord Brahma as a mantra, as an affirmation. And so you can say them with me as I say them, or you can just let them be in your space. And there's a lot of power with that intention because we can just trust it to be where it is and just be in that energy and cultivate that energy, and it is inside of us and it goes with us throughout our day. So with our awareness on our breath, if you're not in a seated position, find a seated position, and we'll just do some neck rolls. So kind of waking the body up, kind of from the shoulders up, just some neck rolls, some shoulder rolls, just offering ourselves, giving ourselves some time to roll the neck and roll the shoulders. And just pausing where we might feel some tension. And breathing into that tension, there's no rush. Just listening to our body's wisdom. And if there's tension, it's probably there for a reason. So just surrounding it with gentleness. And after a few more breaths, if you're rolling your neck, find some shoulder rolls. If you're rolling your shoulders, find some neck rolls. You can bring the arms straight out for shoulder rolls, or you can bring the hands to the shoulders. You can bring the shoulders forward and just kind of swim back, just kind of whatever feels good. Just loosening up those shoulders as we will have some weight in the back of our shoulders for a side plank, and also our wrists. We can roll our wrists, bring them up to the sky. Do a few more breaths. Let's extend our arms up to the sky and sit with the sits bones firmly on the earth, and then we'll inhale to lengthen through the spine. Maybe glance up between the hands. And then we'll fold forward. Try to keep those sits bones down. So really listening to that low back, and when we start to feel a stretch, we can float the hands down, and then maybe we tuck the chin if that feels good, or we can just keep the head lifted. A nice easy opener for the low back, for the mid back. And then we'll inhale, bring the arms up. And then exhale, let's take it over to that right side, the heart in the direction of that knee, and then fold over that right leg. Again, you can try to keep that sits bone grounded. So keep that left sits bone down. And then float the heart down. And when you feel that stretch kind of on that side body, you can tuck the chin to the chest. Breathing into that side of the back. And inhale, come up. And exhale, shift the heart all the way over to that other knee. And then when you're ready, exhale down. Keep that right sit bone grounded. Tuck the chin. And press the hands into the floor. Just notice the back. And then release the hands however you want the hand. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, come back to center. And inhale to lengthen. Exhale back towards that right knee. Let's fold down with the hands. When that right arm faces the floor, bring that left arm up to the sky. Open up the heart. Inhale. Then exhale, let's bring that hand down beside us. So now the hand that was on the floor can reach for the sky. And then exhale, tick-tock back through. So that right hand to the floor. The other arm comes down to meet it. And then inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, the heart towards the other knee. Bring the hands to the floor. Keep that sits bones grounded. And then we'll inhale, that right arm up to the sky. And exhale, send it back. The left arm coming up and reaching to the sky. Exhale, bring the arm down, and then kind of windmill the other arm to the floor. And inhale up. And exhale back to center, and then float the arms down. Pull the shoulders back, shine the heart forward. Maybe just be in that mantra again. I am not the body and mind. I am limitless. I am not bound. My true nature is limitless. I am that. I am that. And we'll inhale, reach up for sky. Exhale, kind of roll forward, come onto the knees, reach the arms up. With those arms extended, we'll float them down. And we'll inhale up. Let's exhale, send that right leg out to the side, setting up for our gate pose, and then we'll exhale, bring that right arm down. Left arm can reach and extend. And then exhale, let's float the hand to the earth, and the right arm reaches up. Maybe we bring that foot off the floor, flexing the foot, the leg rises. And exhale, lower down the leg, bring everything up to center. And exhale, bring the hands down. Bring that knee in. Inhale, send the left leg out. Arms come up on an inhale. Exhale, over towards that extended leg. Right arm reaches up. Exhale, bring that hand to the floor. Left arm reaches for sky. Maybe that leg comes up. Flex the foot. Exhale, lower the leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands down and that knee comes in. One more time for each side. We'll inhale up. Exhale, bring the leg to the side. Inhale. Exhale, the hand comes down. Reach that arm up. Exhale, over to the earth. Right arm up, lift the leg. Maybe you want to go down and up, little micro movements for a couple breaths with that leg. And then exhale, bring it down. We'll inhale up. Exhale, bring the arms down and that knee in. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, extend the leg. And then bring that arm down, that extended leg. Reach up with the opposite arm. Inhale, feel the side body lengthen. And then exhale, over to the ground. Reach that left arm up. And then maybe bring leg up as well. And then maybe pulse the foot. And up. And then lower. And then inhale up. Exhale, bring the arms down and that knee in. And we'll meet in mountain pose, coming maybe to the front of the mat. Whichever way makes sense for the camera. I'm going to take these bright high-vis socks off for my sun salutation. So let's ground through the earth, feeling that connection to nature. Bring that energy right up to the heart, to that divine heart. Let's inhale, reach up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Let's grab opposite elbows and hang. Opening up that low back a little more. Let's bend the knees and rise up again. Exhale, hands to the side. This time we'll sweep the arms up and sit down in our chair. One breath. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Let's inhale, step everything back to our plank pose. We'll pause in our plank pose. Then we'll lower down. And inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's inhale to step that right foot forward, bring the left foot down. Inhale, lift the arms, Virabhadrasana 1. Feel the side body lengthen with the arms up. Let's exhale, frame that front foot. Send the right foot back, and then we'll go right into our side plank on the right side. Bring the left arm up for sky, and always bring that foot in front. I am not the body and mind. I am infinite. Exhale, bring the left arm down, left leg goes back. Let's find Adho Mukha Svanasana. And now let's step the left foot forward, pivot the right foot down. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Ground through the front foot and the side of that right back foot. Then we'll exhale, frame the front foot, send the left foot back over to side plank on the other side with that right arm to the sky. I am not bound. My true nature is limitless. I am that. Exhale, bring that hand back to the floor, feet in plank, lower down for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 5 breaths here. And always lower down to puppy pose or child's pose. So find what allows you to really bask in the truth of this beautiful mantra from Lord Brahma. A couple more breaths. And then we'll inhale, step both feet forward again, and sit right back into our chair. And inhale, rise. And exhale, bring the arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sit back, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step the feet back for Palakasana, plank pose. Exhale, lower down for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 1 breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Now we'll inhale, step that right foot forward again, pivot the left foot down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. And exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale, frame the front foot, pivot the ball of the left foot, send the right foot back and over to the right for side plank. I am not the body and mind. I am infinite. Maybe we bring the right or the top leg up this time. Maybe keep it down. And then exhale back to plank pose. Inhale. Let's lower down this time to Chaturanga Dandasana. And then inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale, step the left foot forward, the right foot comes down, rise up. Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale, frame that front foot, step the foot back, over to side plank on the other side. Arm comes up. I am not bound. My true nature is limitless. I am that. Maybe that top leg comes up. Vasisthasana. Exhale, lower the leg and the hand. Coming into plank pose, let's lower down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 1 breath here. Exhale, lion's breath. Let's step our feet forward. Sit back in our chair, lift those arms, lift the heart, and then rise up. And exhale, hands come to the side. Really nice. Roll the shoulders back. Maybe the hands come to the heart. I am that. Sometimes if we remember that we're a spirit having a human experience, just that perspective alone can really shift the way that we relate to a situation or relate to really anything around us. So we're just cultivating that remembrance today. Just inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And then we'll inhale, step it back to plank again. We're incorporating our side plank into our Surya Namaskars this morning. So we'll lower down, and then we'll inhale up. And then exhale back. Let's inhale, step that foot forward. Bring the left hand on the inside of the right foot. The right arm comes up to sky. Parvrita Parsvokhanasana. Inhale. Exhale, bring that hand down. Now step that right foot back. We'll come into side plank on the right side. Lift that left arm to the sky. The leg can come up. You can even bend that leg, and you can find it behind you if you want. I am not the body and mind. I am infinite. Release the leg. Then exhale back to plank. We'll lower down through Vinyasa Chaturanga Dandasana up to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. One breath here. Exhale. Inhale, step that left foot forward, the right hand on the inside of the foot, and the left arm comes up. Inhale. Exhale. And exhale, frame the foot, step the left foot back, come onto the side of the left foot, the right arm comes up. Side plank, Vasisthasana. You can find that leg behind you if you want. I am not bound, my true nature is limitless. I am that. Lots of variations of our side plank. Release the foot, release the arm up, down, back to plank. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's be here for a couple breaths. Child's pose is also really nice for stretching out the side body. Flip the palms up in child's pose. And rest in that divine true nature that we are. You feel it filling your space. And feel the vibration of the truth in your entire being. One more exhale. Then we'll inhale, step everything forward. And then rise up to stand. Exhale. Really good. Pull the shoulders back. Pause. I am that. One more breath. Exhale. Now let's ground into the left foot. Step the right foot back, setting up for pyramid pose, our Parsvokhanasana. So roll the shoulders back. Maybe they square towards the front of the mat. Whatever feels comfortable on the hips, on the shoulders, but ground through both feet. Maybe we bring our arms behind us and we find opposite elbows. Or you can also just interlace the arms or the hands. Roll the shoulders back. Draw the belly button into spine. Bend that front leg if you need to as you fold. We'll go halfway to start. And pause. And exhale. Maybe we bend that knee if we want so we can fold a little deeper and just surrender here. Surrendering to this truth. And sometimes I like to imagine this truth and that energy just kind of swirling all around, like starting at my feet and swirling around my foot and swirling around my legs and just swirling around my entire body, just wrapping me in this truth. So maybe visualize that. And then slowly press into the feet and rise up to maybe halfway. And then exhale to rise up the rest of the way. You can release the hands and just let them float up. All the way to the sky. And then let's bend that front knee. Exhale, fold forward. Let's step everything back to plank pose, finding our Palakasana. And then we'll find either a chaturanga. You can move through a vinyasa or go right back to downward facing dog. So we can roll down and then inhale up. And then exhale back. And let's come forward again. And then over to that left side first. This time, arm comes up. Any variation of our side plank that you'd like to explore. I am not the body and mind. I am infinite. A couple more breaths. Always an option to bring that top leg in front like a kickstand as well. One more breath. We'll exhale to lower down that leg and bring the arm down. Let's find plank pose. Exhale right on back to downward facing dog. One breath. Exhale, sigh. Now let's walk both feet forward. Just tiny, tiny steps. Feet coming to meet the hands. The front. The shoulder maybe stacking over the wrists. And then bend the knees and rise to stand. Exhale. I am that. We'll exhale to step that left foot back this time for pyramid pose on the other side. So the feet are kind of like on railroad tracks. They can be as wide apart as you need for stability. So find what works for your feet. Ground. And then we can interlace the hands behind the back. Either the hands or maybe the opposite elbows. We'll inhale, rounding through the feet, lifting the heart. Bend that front knee as we fold forward. Exhale. Letting that heart melt, maybe closing the eyes. Feeling the energy of our intention. Feeling our space. Maybe you bend that knee and you surrender and fold even more, but only if that feels good in your body. A few more breaths. Exhale. And now we'll bend that front knee. Begin to rise on an inhale, pressing into the ground with the feet, belly button to spine, rising up. We can release those hands and let them just float up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bend that front leg. We'll fold forward, framing the foot, and then we'll step both feet back. Palakasana, inhale. Then let's roll through a vinyasa maybe. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, back. And now right back up to plank pose and over to the right side for our side plank. I am not bound. My true nature is limitless. I am that. Vasisthasana. Any variation with that top leg, it can be in front like a kickstand. Anywhere you want. Find what's true for you in this expression. Couple more breaths. This wise Vasistha who saw the suffering and didn't understand. Let's lower down and exhale back to plank pose. And now let's roll back on an exhale to downward facing dog. And then bring the knees mat distance apart. Let's sit back in child's pose. Maybe the arms are in front with the palms up, stretching out that side body. And just pause and breathe. Forgetting our true nature is the root of all suffering. And so Vasistha went on to share with everyone. You are limitless. You are not bound. You are infinite. One more breath. Exhale, sigh. Now let's inhale, come up to tabletop. And then from tabletop, let's just step that right foot forward. And then step the left foot forward. Bend the knees. Inhale, rise. And exhale. Bring those hands down to the side. Let's step our right foot back and then pivot our feet towards the long edge of the mat. Now we're just going to kind of bend towards the back of the mat. And exhale, come through center, bending over towards the front. And just move over towards the back. And then over towards the front. And now we'll exhale over to the back side of the mat and we'll pause here. We can bring those toes up to the sky or the foot can be flat on the floor, but we'll hang out here in our skandasana, our side lunge, our breath. Exhale. We'll inhale. And exhale, let's go over to the other side. That long leg, that foot can be up, so the toes face the sky, opening up the hip, or the foot can be down. You can be down with your hands on the floor, or your hands can be at your heart. Any variation of the arms, really. We'll inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And now let's exhale, float over towards the back of the mat again. One breath here, inhale. And now exhale, bring the hands down. We're gonna pivot on the feet. So now we're in our crescent lunge. So the ball of the left foot. Let's inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. Let's exhale, fold for a variation of humble warrior, the fingertips reaching behind us. And bow and bring the body towards the inside of that knee. And then we'll inhale, rise again. And then let's exhale, frame that front foot, send the right foot back, and you guessed it, roll over towards the right, Vasisthasana. Maybe this time we bring the knee, top leg into the chest, find the big toe with the fingertips, and now allow for some play here. We'll try to lift that leg up, perpendicular to the floor. And give yourself a break here if you can't get it the first time. Keep those hips lifted. Vasisthasana. Exhale, bring everything back. And then bring that hand down to the floor. Let's find downward facing dog. Exhale. Let the breath out through the mouth. And now step that right foot forward. Pivot the left foot towards the heel towards the ground. Pivot the right foot towards the long edge. And then we're back with our legs wide. Side lunge towards the right, or towards the back, and now over towards the front of your mat. Let's hang out here, skandasana, inhale. Exhale, really beautiful, really good job. Now exhale, bring those hands down, pivot the feet for crescent lunge. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest, fingertips soar to the skies. And then we'll exhale, bring the hands back. Variation of humble warrior. Coming onto the inside of that knee if it's accessible. Otherwise, just floating the heart. Exhale. Strong back leg with the ball of the foot active. Strong front leg grounding through the foot. Let's inhale, rise. And then exhale, frame that foot. Send the left foot back, come onto the side. Lift that arm to the sky. Vasisthasana. Thou art that. And now the option to bring that top leg, thigh into the chest. Peace fingers on the big toe. And then extend it towards the sky. I am not the body and mind. I am infinite. I am not bound. My true nature is limitless. I am that. Let's exhale, bend it in, release. Exhale, bring the hand down, plank pose, and then back to downward facing dog. And then melt into the floor, child's pose. And rest. And this relief of finding home in child's pose. Just imagine that relief that Vasistha felt when Lord Brahma said, "You are not the body and mind. You are infinite. You are not bound. Your true nature is limitless. Thou art that." What a relief. That avidya, that ignorance, the root of all of our suffering. So as we feel this relief in child's pose, just couple that with that relief that we are true spirit. This is a human experience. Let's inhale and exhale. Let it be. And now let's crawl our fingers forward, lift the hips. Let's come onto our stomachs, the forearms, the tops of the legs, tops of the feet. Maybe we rest our head on the backs of our hands for just a breath or two. And exhale. Now we'll inhale to lift the head and lift the heart. Let's bring our elbows underneath our shoulders, coming into Sphinx pose. Shalamba Bhujangasana. So the tops of our feet, our legs are on the earth. Maybe the hands are together like in prayer at the front of our mat. Or maybe the hands are wide apart. And then pull those elbows and the wrists towards each other or towards the hips so the hands can be together or maybe they're apart. And then energetically pull those elbows towards the hips and feel that space in the heart. And if your lower back is feeling pain, just lower the heart and the stomach down. We'll be here for a couple of breaths. Exhale. Maybe closing the eyes. And now from here, in our Sphinx pose, let's curl those toes under, coming into a forearm plank. We'll inhale here. And exhale. And then a couple breaths. One more inhale. And now let's exhale, send that left elbow to the side and the left hand under the heart. And then roll over onto the left side for our forearm plank. And I should have mentioned this earlier. This is another variation. Is forearm plank. I am not the body and mind. I am infinite. One more breath. Let's exhale, bring that right arm down, pivot onto the elbow, bring the left arm forward. Exhale, lower down the knees, come to the tops of the feet, the hips come to the floor. Lift the heart for just a breath, just a moment in Sphinx. And then we'll exhale, lower down, rest the head on the hand. And we'll pause. Exhale. Maybe notice the beating of the heart in the chest. Remembering this body is a vessel for our spirit. And we're here to experience. We're here for the evolution of our soul. Let's exhale, bring the elbows underneath the shoulders again. And lift heart. And then maybe pull those elbows towards the hips, hands pressing into the floor. Maybe close your eyes in the Sphinx pose. Exhale. Inhale. Now exhale, curl the toes under, lift the hips up. Plank pose, you can always lower the knees. It's another option I didn't mention earlier. Take your forearm plank. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. And now exhale, pivot onto the elbow, so that right elbow comes to the edge and the right hand comes under the heart. And now press up for your forearm plank on the other side. I am not bound. My true nature is limitless. I am that. Any variation with that top leg. A few breaths here. Really nice job. We'll exhale. Bring that left arm down. Pivot onto the elbow, that right arm. Come back to forearm plank. Lower down the knees, tops of the feet. And this time let's press up and send the hips back. Find puppy pose, melting the heart down. And we'll rest here. Those forearms can come to the floor. Vasisthasana. Exhale, sigh. And just let it all go. Always an option for child's pose, or always an option to just lie on the stomach. One more breath. And we'll exhale. Just roll forward just so you can come onto your back. Rolling onto the back. And let's let our legs be long. We can even stretch the arms overhead or at the side. So however you want to pause in Shavasana for just a moment. And then we'll exhale, bring those knees into the chest. You can find your Apanasana with knees hugged in, or child's pose with your feet to the sky. Just offering some rest as we wind down. You can rock side to side in your Apanasana. And let's lower those feet to the floor. Let the knees come to the side, soles of the feet together. Let's rest in a reclined butterfly. Maybe a hand on the stomach and one hand on the heart. And pause. Notice the beating of your heart and your chest. Maybe beginning to lengthen the inhales and lengthen the exhales, and notice how the heart rate responds to the breath. Maybe letting out a sigh. Couple more breaths here. Now we'll exhale. Whenever you're ready, send the legs long. Then let's move our entire body over to the right side of the mat. So we're almost off of our mat on the far right side. And then let's just kind of walk our heels towards the left corner of the mat. So our hips are on the right side. Our hips are going to stay on the right side. The heels go over to the left corner. And then we'll bring our arms up above the head. And then on an exhale, we'll bring the hands and the wrists towards that left corner. So we're like a little crescent or a banana. And that head can kind of move towards the left as well. You can bring that right foot to cross over the left. And maybe the left hand finds that right wrist. Just opening up that side body. That was so active today in our Vasisthasana. We're releasing any tension in that right leg. Sometimes I tend to clench it. So if that's the case, just release the tension. Maybe even bring that right foot. You don't have to cross over the left. Just surrendering into this posture. Even if you don't feel anything, it's still going to bless you. Breathing and lengthening the breath. And exhale. One more breath. Now let's exhale. Begin to walk those feet over towards the right. Then move those shoulder blades and the arms back to the right side. Bring the arms down, a hand on your chest, a hand on your stomach, and we'll just kind of rest here for a moment on the right side. Inhale. And exhale. And now, no pun intended, but we'll peel ourselves over to the other side of the mat, peeling ourselves off the right side over to the left for banana on the other side. So our whole body's on the left side. Hips stay in the left side. Walk those heels over towards the right corner. Bring the arms up overhead. Reach the hands towards that top right corner. You can move those shimmy those shoulder blades over. Cross that left foot over. The right leg, you can find the left wrist with the right hand. Or you can just let the arms rest and let those legs rest. You don't have to cross the foot. And just breathe into that side body. Just resting here in our banana asana. Maybe closing the eyes. Noticing the heart. Is it beating quickly or slowly? I am limitless. I am not bound. Let your next exhale empty your entire being of every last bit of air. And inhale really deeply. And then we'll exhale, just slowly bringing this shape back over to the left side, completely on the left side. And then pausing for a breath. We can bring ourselves back to center. With our feet on the floor, shoulder blades down. We're just going to move through a couple bridge poses just to give a little more love to that spine. So we'll inhale, send those hips up. And exhale, lower down. Let's find the entire back on the floor. And then inhale up. Exhale, let's lower down. One more time. Lift up. Strong hips, strong glutes to drive up. We'll pause here at the top. And exhale, just lower everything down, maybe noticing each vertebrae as you articulate that spine down. Hug our knees in. We rock side to side. And when you're ready, you can find your shavasana. You can roll the knees over to one side for a gentle twist. And over to the other side before finding shavasana. That is appealing at all. If you're ready to just rest in the relief of knowing your divine nature, allow yourself to rest. And sigh to arrive. And soften the soles of the feet, the ankles. Soften the calves and the space behind the knees. Backs of the legs. Relax the glutes if there's any tension there. Just let everything relax. The low back, mid back, upper back. Let the armpits soften and the arms just melt into the floor. And allow that relief, that beauty of the truth of our divine nature. Letting go of any effort, the breath. Letting that heart melt into the spine, and the back body into the floor below. Maybe letting out a sigh that feels like the moment is right for a sigh. You are not the body and mind. You are infinite. You are not bound. Your true nature is limitless. Thou art that. Our Shavasana is our offering to our body for that moment of rest to integrate even deeper the intention of our practice, and to integrate those physical benefits our practice, those benefits on the subtle body that we don't even know are occurring. So just savor this Shavasana. Now maybe slowly bringing some awareness back to the physical body, however that looks to you, however that feels right to you. Knowing that this physical body is our container, it's our vehicle for our spirit, for this beautiful, infinite, boundless soul that we are. That Jivatman, that soul inside us. And then maybe just saying out loud one last time, I am not the body and mind. I am not the body and mind. I am infinite. I am infinite. I am not bound. I am not bound. My true nature is limitless. My true nature is limitless. I am that. And remain in Shavasana, maybe a hand on the stomach and a hand on the heart. If you'd like to come to a seat, you can. It's such a pleasure to celebrate. This is a celebration of this truth. Just to celebrate this truth with you. To share this space. To put on the lens that we are a spirit having a human experience. Om Shanti. 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 Om peace. 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 The light in me sees, honors, and supports the light in you. Namaste.